What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Exodus After Dark podcast. Here alongside me, my co-host. We have a few guests today, actually, as well.
Stop.
We have Red Knight. Okay, we have Kilroy.
Hi.
Hello.
Monster.
Fuck you, Red.
Camel.
Hi.
Qwertp.
Women.
And Silent.
I don't exist.
Today, it is very hefty on the mob, and I'm intimidated.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I
we've
kind of
got
had
5
mob
mob
raiding
people.
them.
Only a little bit.
It's only a small invasion.
Only a small
Think-
amount.
Maybe we could convert the other two into mob.
I mean,
I mean, that's
kind
kind of what we did to Kylus, TBH.
Real?
It
I
worked.
got dragged over.
Red, you should have made some trade moves, trading coaches, easy.
Wait,
Can-
so like, how would that work? I coached EZG, but then I like start for mob. That'd be pretty funny. That'd
You
be pretty
could've-
hilarious, actually.
You just swap over to
That'd be
mob
down. That'd
mentality.
be... What? I could have swapped over to. Wait,
No,
who
you
would I
could've
give mob?
swapped us over.
Shin wants to come to
Oh,
mob.
I know.
don't
I know. Shin wants to come to
know.
mob. He loves me. He loves me too much. It's my.
It's like winning. Winning is kind of fun.
You guys have been winning.
You guys have
Chill.
been winning.
Chill.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
didn't
just say that.
win last game.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. Wait, Qwertp. Have we introduced Qwertp? Qwertp.
we introduced
Say hi.
Hi.
We're just got
Okay.
topped over by someone.
Ahem.
Shut
Who?
the fuck up.
Who?
Oh,
when did
thought
I
it
do
was me.
that?
I literally
I
thought
ne-
it was me.
When do I ever? I've never talked over anyone.
Cap.
Cap. Almost as bad as the team.
Hmm.
Cheers to that, brother.
So,
What are you drinking today, Red?
What brand of box wine?
It's still Franzia.
I knew it. Respect
it-
the
it-
brands.
It is it,
Bold and
it's-
jammy.
but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not a Merlot. It's a Cab. So that's great. That's
I
pretty
don't know
fun.
what that means.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes.
Never mind,
I'm
too far.
also alternating with some nice Basil Haydens.
Yes.
Because I'm an alcoholic, if you all
Yeah.
do not know that.
Oh, really?
Not really an
Insane.
alcoholic. No. I'm not an alcoholic.
Hey,
There's a game.
I'm a
Kelsey
heavy
Buster,
drinker.
if you
There's a
will.
difference.
I know
Respect
an
it.
alcoholic. It's pretty cool.
I know a couple too. Spoilers talking about me. All right. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm drinking out of my
5 of his personalities.
out of
Sorry,
my
sorry,
coffee
what?
mug.
Sorry, I'm with you. Last week's.
Yeah. I feel like we should just clear the elephant in the room. Oh, what? No, we're not even talking about the dumpster fire. Yeah. Yeah. GR. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care. I mean, like,
Fire.
What do you mean?
literally,
The
It's a
bench gotta
5v6. If
win.
you lose
the
those
bench
two-
gotta win. The bench gotta win in a 5v6. I would hope.
Insane.
Yeah.
would've
Right.
won
And
anyway.
I actually think they would have won anyway. That's actually
True.
my opinion. However, it sucks for them that content had to be dickheads and get like 5 players suspended when they had no shot at playoffs. So yeah, we just
Oh,
don't
wow.
talk about it. It's really mega lame. I'm just glad that that bench doesn't get to be called Rio Redemption 2.0, which is good.
Yeah.
So the game I wanted to start with was, I think the elephant in the room is MI6. I mean, I think it is. I think that's
Yeah.
like the biggest story outside of like the positive ones, right? So like you have this cluster at the top, right? Which actually used to be like, after DC got dethroned, right? It was mob mentality. Like, this was like for a week, admittedly, a week or two. It was mob mentality, GZG, and MI6. Now MI6 is the 6th seed.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Pepe hands moment, right? Like, what are you gonna do with that? They have a lot of issues. Thiessen not being there, even though I think Thiessen gets a lot of hype. I think his Reaper is very good, and like, I'm not gonna sit here and cap about it. I don't know if the meta shift favors him much. I don't know his hero pool that well, so I'm not gonna speculate to good or to ill. But go ahead.
A meta shift. It's just kind of fucking stagnant. Like, half of what has worked in the past is still working now. Like, there's so much stuff that's being run. It's actually,
Well, it's a meta shift in the sense that before it was just Shadow Dive, and now it's everything.
that's fair.
Like I think it's not. I think like with the double shield shift, I think a lot of people haven't picked it up yet, but I think double bubble is going to be coming back in the meta pretty hard here in like a couple weeks to deal with double shield.
Statistically sucks ass.
What does?
Okay. Double bubble.
It always statistically sucked. Like, what are you talking about? But it was still the meta to counter double shield, so... And the damage was higher in that meta. The cooldown exchange still favors double bubble because you eat a bunch of cooldowns with 2 cooldowns. Like, you eat 3 or 4 cooldowns on engage. And deal a ton of free damage, and then set up your Zarya for success. It's still a really good strategy. I think we're going to see it come back. I don't think it's going to be like a dominant strategy. Like, remember, double bubble became so dominant, it was like the only strat at one point.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was gonna say, because I have to go get something. MI6, I think it was at first it showed a lot of promise due to like the talent of some of the people, and like that's what everybody went off of. And I think the lack of team play definitely started to show after.
Yeah.
Like after I came on, I was like, okay, I guess so.
And I'll say
And
this, I think
it just continued to it remained stagnant, so it just kind of got even more screwed up.
yeah, I think the big thing MI6 benefited from was at the beginning of the season, everyone's teamwork's kind of met except for like 2 or 3 teams. Like, because you saw the teamwork level. I think MM versus MI6 at the beginning of the season, like week 1, was a really strong indication for the strength of MI6 because of the matchup. The matchup was Shadow Dive Mirror, like the whole game, like the entire game.
Yeah.
And that's just all teamwork, rotating cooldowns, positioning, pathing, knowing when to engage, when not to engage, and like they just didn't know those things. And that's kind of been the theme, is like they have a lot of individual talent, it just never
Actually did anything with it.
yeah, actualize it, right? Like they never bring it into fruition. On the flip side, Obligation, who I did not think could become a teamwork team. I mean, Obligation looks crazy to me. I mean, I'm all right. Let me pump the brakes a little. They look very serviceable. Squirrelben's doing what Squirrelben does, just being a very good player. Like basically, they had Squirrelben and Baby T as like the really big bright spots in the roster. You can not convince me Pichu is like that great. She's just mega overrated, and everyone should know that.
I also agree.
I
agree.
Yeah,
wholeheartedly.
like I don't, and don't take that as me saying Pichu plays badly either. Like I'm not. It's not like I'm shitting all over Pichu and being like Pichu dog shit. No, I'm just saying like I was told Pichu was crazy, and Pichu's been kind of like okay. She's a very good comp diva. That's how I feel about it. Is she like a fantastic team play diva? I'm a skeptic. I think her and Rockcrafts have completely opposite playstyles. I think Rockcrafts is a much better team play oriented off tank.
That's cool. Thanks, Mama.
So yeah, like, but the point is though, you had Squirrelben and Baby T, and like domination was really inconsistent. Pichu's okay. She's not throwing, but she's not really helping that much either. Except for the random team fight she would win with a bomb, right? Which I don't even know. Inter problems mostly when she won with bomb. Then I'm trying to remember their DPS line. Sloth is the other one.
Yes.
Like Sloth was mega inconsistent early, has gotten a lot more consistent, but I think the big addition is this Alizu person who
Mega Wall?
Yeah, the new main tank instead of Dom, Alizu.
Yeah.
Who looks a lot better, a lot more clean, a lot more like with the team. Juggling is like inconsistent, but I mean, like my juggling's inconsistent, so I'm not gonna really judge on that one too hard. Yeah,
Just juggle
like
better.
all the. What'd you say?
So just juggle better.
True. I think like the big upside though is it clearly is somebody who's dominating comms and like actually helping with comms because they just look more cohesive than they ever did before. So I actually think Obligation could be low-key scary. That's me though. Obligation was who beat MI6 this last week, right? Or am I tripping?
The
no,
week
that
before.
was
That was Cap.
Won.
Cap. Okay. Cap is another
Obli-
interesting story. I don't know if Cap is that good because it's just Kate show again,
also Red Obligation played DC.
and they got 3-0'd, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew I was fucking that up. But I mean, this all relates back though. I just think it's a good reversal comparison though still either way, because Obligation looked like they had no teamwork. Now they have a lot. MI6 looked like they should have teamwork, but it just never actualized. And now here we are. And then you have Capitalism thrown into this mix, and I don't know what they are. They do not look like a teamwork team to me. They look like they're the Shinx Kate show. And I'm not even and Shinx is like in spite of himself doing well, because he still is the biggest feeder in intermediate, I think. Like, that's a real take. I think he feeds harder than anybody else in inter, not close.
I might contend for that.
That's a fair point.
I am actually the
That's
biggest
a
feeder.
fair
Four.
fucking
You
point.
should have seen
I am the
Silence.
biggest feeder in Inter. I don't know what you mean, Red.
True.
Charge on guard.
Yeah,
Wait, there was a what charge on Gardens? I was like watching the
Was it-
game at a
was
bar.
it-
Oh
Same.
no! It was a warm up scrim. Red, you were in, and I charged forward trying to catch up to the team, and I went into the enemy team. And
I remember
somehow
that.
got
You
a
got
kill.
one.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was on DPS.
That's called
yeah,
called
Qwertp
just
was
having
on DPS.
that's just called having Chad energy. Like, it's fine.
The red doesn't have
Is
any.
that
of it.
what we call feeding now?
Yes.
Watch me play Reinhardt and ask my team if I have Chad energy or not. No, it's not that. I'm talking about like the pins I take. I'm talking about the pins I take.
Oh yeah.
I take some 50-50 pins that I should not take.
Well, Lucio
You
kinda
actually get on my
plays these
nerves
all,
with those a
though.
lot of the time, Red. Just letting you know.
Bro, I'm
Hey man, if they're on spam DPS, because we're really only talking about control center, like that pin key is like the best weapon in the kit, because you gotta make the fights fast. You gotta make the fights fast.
The biggest problem with them is that you don't get punished for them. You do them and you get away with it. That's what pisses me out. It's not that you do it; it's that you get away with it.
For context, I know exactly what play he's mauling about. I literally pinned into them, like all of them. Hit a pin, hit it, 160 slam, get 3, and we just roll the shit out.
You should have been dead.
You should have
Anyway.
too.
Yeah. So no. So Chad energy over here. But yeah, I think that's what Ali has. I think that's like a lot of what Kate brings to Cap. Same thing. It's very interesting. I think like the bottom half and top half, like the big differences, like 1 through 3 have teamwork. Like 4 through 6, it's like kind of. I'm not sure. Obligation probably has some though.
Sometimes
From what
it's
I've
there,
watched.
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. And then they get 3-0'd by DC, who I definitely think has a ton of teamwork, which kind of brings us to the next game. Like, who watched DC versus Obli?
I watched
What?
some of it.
I didn't watch any.
I thought
game.
it just looked like Obligation.
I
played
wouldn't doubt
bad.
Ah,
DC
right.
Scroll
to
bend.
win.
Like they played decent, but I thought if they had scroll bend, it probably would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, it was a lot of Shadow Dive, right?
I
I saw a lot of Winston when I remember watching a lot of Winston.
don't remember. I watched like a couple of it, but that was like the day after, and it's been a while since then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say it right. Like, I think it's hard to evaluate that game in a vacuum because one, I barely remember it because I watched it like in a hotel room on my phone because I was traveling for work. From what I do remember of it, I mean, it went how I kind of expected it. DC has a lot of very good players who've been playing together for a fairly long time. The only exception is Navino, but Navino has a lot of teamwork and he calms really well, so it's not like he's going to be usually that big an issue. He tunnels, he has weaknesses, like it's fine. Like you can exploit Navino if you watch enough film and you kind of learn his tendencies, but like it's not like Navino is a net loss for that team at all. Particularly over Kate, because now they have a diva who's actually competent at the character. And that's kind of the other thing I remember too, is Capitalism played a lot of Zarya in their win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was all hopeful that Kate would prove that they aren't just a Zarya Sig 2 trick.
No, they
Show
are.
me the diva. No, I know they are. I mean, shoot, like honestly, if capitalism wins, I'm very confident we're picking capitalism. Like I don't even need to hide that information. Like if capitalism wins, I'm picking capitalism probably for us to play against.
I'm okay. Oh no, that's a problem. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Are you sure?
Epic.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have like half-assed audio from my. Streamlabs is being weird.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I don't talk much.
Poggers moment.
So then the next game was. By the way, anyone else can chime in, like especially new people. Silent.
Bro,
I'm
we're
so
very
tired.
I don't
quiet.
care.
I'm so tired.
I just
We're
thought the
vibing.
game. I thought the game was legit. Just Squirrel Ben not there made them play a lot worse
Okay.
than they could
Okay.
play.
No, that's fair.
All of my
Thank you.
energy went into the pre-show. It is all gone now.
GZG mob mentality. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
By the way, Silent, congratulations. The entirety of Inter thinks you should be a starter.
I don't. I still don't understand why I'm pretty much a Rhine one trick.
I mean,
Silent plays
I
Ryan,
disagree. but
Red
that's
plays
fine.
Monkey.
And Arissa.
They both play
and
well.
Ball.
Just one's better than the other at each respective.
I
But, like,
play actually like all the main tanks. I would say that Silence Reinhardt's better than mine, but he's an OTP. So what do you expect from that?
I could play Arissa, but like I haven't played her since the nerf. So
Yeah.
I did
Bored.
decent in one of our scrims. I think like the only thing that Red can do that I can't do is play Ball, and that's why he's still probably gonna get played time because Ball's still really good in that right now.
Right.
Hashtag no leaks.
Omega lol.
Yeah,
I don't think it matters much.
I don't think it matters much either. I think Ball's all over contenders. Like everyone knows that Ball's good right now. I don't think Ball is crazy, but I think GZG played like relatively well.
I agree.
I think that there's two things I'm gonna say. So Silent and me are different players in one other way. So I dominate comms, but I dominate different kinds of comms than Silent dominates. Silent dominates mid-fight comms.
That man's
And it's really good. Yeah, no, it's really good.
Yeah.
And it brings a different level to our mid-fight a lot of the time. Where I dominate comms is cooldowns, fight planning, and talking about win conditions, and like all the other things. So like, and this is always hard for the team because Silent also plays with this. Like, I mean, everyone thinks I'm aggressive. No, Silent like
I want to play fast. It's very
Silent
Silent
wants to play at like a tempo that is just ungodly fast. It works out because Phone wants to play that way too. But the point is, this still creates issues when you sub between me and him. So like a lot of the week leading up to the match was just trying to get the team acclimated to Silent.
Mhm.
I think when the games happened, I think so. Wait, we won
3-1.
Lijiang.
We won Lijiang.
We lost
we won
Rialto.
It was everything
We lost
besides
Rialto.
Rialto.
Closely, it
We
was
won
close too.
Kings?
Okay, so in order, it went 2-1 Lijiang, 1-0 Kings Row, 3-2 winning for GZG on Rialto, and then it was a 2-1 on Hanamura.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say like I felt like the differences lied pretty much in our game plan going in. I felt like we executed really well. I basically the pregame talk was we take resources away from Rai Guy. I don't even care about killing him. I care about taking away the resources from him. And that plan worked, and that meant exploiting people like Greek God, and that meant going after supports a lot. And my team, like the team executed on that plan really well. Yeah, I think where we had issues was obviously in Rialto. Like we clearly did not scrim Pig's Feet enough. So my B, we'll scrim it more.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If we had one more ult, we probably would have won that fight.
Well, I mean,
It was really.
I
it
got
was a really
mad,
close fight.
like at the start of the
I
round.
have to be real. Like that's something I addressed in VOD review, or at least I talked to who I felt like was responsible for that situation. And it's just hard. Like, and this is the other big issue is like mob mentality's ult tracking can be inconsistent at best. Unless certain personnel are in. So, and even then, it can get spotty occasionally. And I think specifically the thing, if I had to criticize us, was we didn't talk about win conditions evolving throughout the match. Like, we didn't have anybody being like, yes, we need to do this, or no, we need to do this because they're on this. And that messed up our fights. Like, there was a couple of fights on Rialto we threw. I mean, and GZG did the same thing, right? Like, I mean, it's a human thing. I think GZG played well for what it's worth. I think the issues.
That's another big problem that's between me and Red. Red likes to go over and is confident enough to make the design switches. I'm more of a person that likes to stick it out until I'm forced to switch.
Well, and I'm actually, so it's funny you say that, but honestly, the majority of the time we don't make switches. I make calls about how we're playing it.
Yeah.
That recognize how we need to change how we're playing that situation with that composition.
Playstyle fixes more than composition fixes.
Because I think composition fixes, right? What they put you, that puts you at like Shin, right? Wouldn't you say composition switches, while they're powerful, they also put you at a disadvantage sometimes?
Yes, completely.
Because alt charge mostly.
So the biggest way that I found personally, whenever I used to play, was that it doesn't matter how often you change comps if you don't do them properly at the right times. Then just literally just swapping your playstyle will be so much better. Like, there's no point in not swapping your playstyle if you can play the same comp and get even more effectiveness out of it.
Yeah.
100% agree. And I mean, and for what it's worth, right? Like that's why and then also where do you make the swaps too? I think a lot of teams want to swap tank lines a lot when it doesn't make any sense to swap your tanks. You want to swap the best characters to swap if you can do it and it will do what you need is DPS. And then one of the supports, not both typically.
Yeah.
Agree.
Tanks are just
once again, I just don't do good at recognizing that. So, or even recognizing tempos being thrown off.
Just keep going to Mega Lol.
Fuck you.
No, thank you.
I still beat GZG. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Lol W.
But can you beat me? That is the question.
No.
Okay, Masters player. Chill.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet? Oh,
Not
still
yet.
not? Oh,
Not
unluck.
yet. I haven't been
Unluck.
playing.
I'm looking to beat him.
I got 10 SR.
What are you right now?
I'm 32. I'm 3250.
I'm
Oh,
back
okay.
to 33.
I'm gold.
I was about to say, dude,
gold
actually,
flat, Kilroy.
it's really, really funny. Because I think we're gonna have I actually think. Holy shit! Actually, I think half of our roster is mid plat or lower.
I'm low plat like you.
Yeah, me and Silent vibing out here
I'm
at
also
Yeah,
low
can we
2600.
all get higher SR, please,
Yes,
so I can
thank
play
you.
in my division with people that I like? Please?
just
I want to
make
know
friends.
somebody. No?
True. Maybe.
That's what we
It depends.
did.
Friends.
No lifing Overwatch is hard. Although I might do it after the podcast. We'll see.
You just play Lucio.
I'm
in
down.
comp and
I
it
don't want to
works.
be in gold anymore.
Exactly. Thank you, Court.
True. Lucio Gober.
Facts.
So I mean, I think the big takeaway that I'm trying to say is I feel like GZG's problems is that their ability to adjust on the fly is not there, and that could be. I don't know if that I don't think that starts with Rai because I know Rai has the brain for it. So I'd assume that's with the other players not recognizing things and helping him with that, but I'm not confident because I don't know GZG's comms or any of that stuff. So, I'm sure in between maps you guys make good adjustments. It's just the thing that has made Mob as good as as we are is two things. Phone is very good and it helps.
Yes, 3.6.
And he earned it this season. Everyone can chill the fuck out.
What happened?
Oh no, everyone gets mad that Phone's 3.6 now. And it's
It's
he climbed in the season. We literally stacked with him.
The biggest problem I have with it is just that if you compare it to last season in Novice, no, you got to Diamond and no one got mad at it. You just got to think about it the same way.
No, I actually agree with that. Although it's pretty funny because No You at the time at least started looking like dog shit, and then he won a lot.
Yeah.
And now he's advanced.
That's how I went. I went straight from I went from really low plat on tank all the way up to 3.3.
I went from bronze to silver for a bit and then jumped to plat. I was gold for not even a season.
Yeah, I went from
I had a steady climb from bottom 500. So
Silent and
went
me are
from,
buddies like
my
that, dude.
lowest was 900 something.
I went from
Yeah.
2.5 straight up to 3.3 in one season.
Imagine not having been in bronze. You don't know the true pain.
I've never
No,
been
I
in
don't, because
silver.
I'm not that bad. Omega
Yeah,
Wolf.
me neither. I've never been in silver. It's just sad.
Me neither.
Bronze. What's interesting about bronze, if we're gonna have this conversation, I was on the side real fast. It feels like hell while you're there, but that's only because you're trying to play Overwatch correctly.
Yeah.
Well, there's also the problem of how many fucking Smurfs are there.
I mean, true, but the
That's
majority of
true.
the Smurfs don't care about winning, so then you end up getting dubs anyway.
Well,
Just-
majority of the Smurfs are just trying out new heroes, except for the ones that just want to dick on you. I came across a 6 stack of Smurfs that like kept me hostage in the game.
Hostage.
Oh no.
How? Because we were on fucking what was it? A control point, and they just wouldn't cap the control point. And anytime we would try to leave the spawn room, they would kill us.
That's awesome.
Horrible.
So I had a good time.
That sounds
Dude,
like
if
a
you were a
fun
YouTuber,
time.
that would be the content, man.
Fucking content.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like I mean, I think the big takeaways are GZG,
Get
mid-fight
more
adjustments,
flexible Omega Wolf.
mid-fight flexibility though, like or mid-match
Mid-match,
flexibility,
yeah.
not even like flexibility in between games, because I think you guys have personnel and I think you guys have comps. It's just, yeah, I think one of Mob's big strength is, despite popular opinion, we're really good at making adjustments. It's just play style typically.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
that's
just that Red has the biggest of brains.
He did solve KR.
I did indeed, and I actually no meme. I have solved KR. The comps that we will be pulling out during playoffs will impress.
I'm ready.
Will impress.
Can you get really close to the camera and just say I have solved?
Oh no.
I have solved King's Row, motherfuckers.
Thank you.
That's
Yes.
that's
That was
gonna be an
beautiful.
emote for
Clip
later.
it. Yes, clip it as well. Clip it and
while
ship
I'm
it.
recording.
Easy.
Red, how many times have we tested that comp?
Once
But against an extremely
Solved.
good team.
against a 3.8 team? Question mark.
Oh,
Hard
okay.
flex.
I guess I wasn't there.
They
I'm
were for
looking
sure
up.
masters though. Like it was a very
Yeah,
hard...
they were a master team. So for context, there was a master like
What were
I think they were
playing?
3.6. They were 3.6, but they were 3.6 because they had 2 3.8 tanks and then like a plat DPS.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That sounds enjoyable.
But even then, their DPS line was extremely good.
Their DPS line played fine. Well, because they also had a like 3.6 Widow.
Mhm.
So,
Widow, no,
who
no.
wasn't a one trick either. They played other stuff and played well.
What are we-
But
what
the
are
point
we
was
doing?
Fighting
this.
them.
The
Like,
point
I-
was
That he
is
solved
that
King's
like
Row.
the team. So okay, for context, I'm not gonna name any characters for either team because that will give too much away. But I will say this: so we played this composition. They had to counter pick it, and then we still won because we could literally make one swap and it fixed the counter pick, and kept the comp still really good.
Yeah.
So I'm very confident that this is like you guys heard you all have heard of the eye test, right? Like in sports, you like watch a guy play and like you don't care about the stat sheet. You're like, damn, that guy's good at the game.
Yeah.
Like that was what it was. Like on the eye test, this comp just rolls
Mhm.
convincingly. So
All right.
I'm very optimistic. And again, but no leaks. I cannot reveal what it is.
Next
I must
is
keep
the
it. FMH.
brackets, right?
Brackets, yeah. So we're gonna launch into brackets.
Oh,
yeah.
I made mine already. Oh,
Oh, Kylist, an aside.
Yes.
When you post this to YouTube later, can we get timestamps in the comments because people wanted that, so they could like
Okay.
skip to what they wanted
Yeah.
to. Dope.
I can work. on
Sorry.
that.
Sorry
Dope.
about that. I really
you're
forgot
fine.
to mention that before.
That's fine, I'm putting
sorry.
that in so people know I'm trying.
Baller.
I'm not making a tier list. 'Cause I'm too small brained to understand.
It's not a tier list.
It's
We're
not
not doing
tier
tier
list,
lists.
You don't need
Like a bracket or whatever. I'm too small brained.
We're doing a bracket
I'm also
together.
too
It's
small
gonna be
brained.
us
It's a
voting and
group.
arguing about it.
Yes.
I'm still
Blah, blah,
too
blah, blah.
small. My
Okay.
brain is small.
Obligation is
Or
playing
silent.
capitalism.
Wait, can we can somebody screen share with the bracket so we can all see and then we can like
Yes.
post it up?
Cincy.
We can make it once we're done with this, we can save it and we're gonna make it the Exodus After Dark bracket and we're gonna post it in tier lists.
All right, so these are my predictions. I can make a
I'm gonna
new
try
one
to get people to
actually.
have
Hang
face
on.
cams up
Let's
right
make a
now.
new one, yeah.
Isn't it first to four?
For finals.
Finals? Okay, never mind. I gotta change my.
Hold on, can I just like
By the way, do you all know the mask I wear when I go and do work and stuff?
You can just,
What?
you should be able to just hit reset scores on that
Yeah.
website. Like for all
Oh
of
my
normal.
god, Red.
I like that.
I wear
That's a
it
good one.
everywhere.
Oh my
Okay.
I would love to have that mask.
Let's go over these.
I'm compliant with CDC. Everyone get off my dick.
I want that mask. Good.
It's on Etsy. If you Google it, like, you can find
I've
it.
been thinking of getting a
How
particular
did I know you would
mask.
be
I'll
on
send
Etsy?
it. I'll send you the link to it.
I have
Okay,
another
okay,
one that I
okay,
can't
okay,
find
okay.
right now. It's it says Appeal to Heaven 2020, which is a reference to the Revolutionary War. It has a pine tree. It's a northeastern revolution flag. It's pretty dope.
Obligation win.
Brackets.
Yeah, brackets.
obligation win.
Obligation. Oh yeah, obligation cap.
Yeah.
So, how much faith do we have that Kate can carry?
Very
None.
little.
I don't think that's how scores
That
work.
many.
That's the confidence.
That's the confidence. Negative
I think
16.
it's gonna be a 3-1 to
3-1 Obly. That's what I think.
I
think
gotta
3-1
get down
Obly.
with that.
Hold on. So
okay.
Probably.
so hold on. Oh, okay. So I say ob. Kyla says ob. Anyone else say obligation?
I'm saying
I
3-2.
say
Bye.
If
say
Scrollman's
I
there.
think everybody says
I think all of us
obligation.
say obligation.
Yeah.
Say
Quirt,
obligation or
do you
y'all
say
say
obligation or capitalism?
I say
Baby T diff. Yeah, baby T
Baby
diff.
T diff? That's true,
Baby
though.
T
Baby
diff.
T is kind of crazy at the beginning. And I think, honestly, capitalism, after they got rid of Rockcrafts, really just hamstrung themselves. They can only play one style now.
If they had Rockcraft, I'd almost want to put capitalism above.
If they had Rockcrafts, I'd pick
Rock, it'd be a different
capitalism.
discussion.
It would be a whole different story.
But it's because
Yeah.
they have Kate and not Rockcraft that makes
Yeah,
me say
I'm
obligation.
cool with the 3-1 for cap.
It blows
Yeah,
my
I
mind
think
that they traded Rock. I'm
that
sorry.
supposedly there's internal issues and people who I trust tell me that it was needed to happen. At the same time, I'm just
Fair.
like, man, you should have just doubled down on working on it because you guys were literally winning games with him in.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Just deal with
GZG
it, man.
MI6.
That was just kind of a weird champ.
Sorry, I think that we can all get behind that one.
Negative one.
Yeah.
Negative one.
No, hold on.
Yeah. Okay, chillax.
I
One
do
second.
have a hard time believing
Just
MI6
type the
can
numbers.
turn
There you
things
go.
around, because the places they need to turn things around is they need to make sure their mental energy is not retarded, and like it sounds from everything I've heard like that is not where your guys are at.
Me hoy, me noy.
Yeah.
What?
And then on top of that, like, there's serious team play questions I have. Craig has been serviceable, but like he's not been fantastic. I don't know how the comms are. The comms do not look they're very good. Thiessen is like one of your best players, and he's not there half the time. And when he is there, he feeds a little bit, kind of like Shinx does. Not as bad as Shinx.
Is it really that controversial?
I really
Controversial to say
think
Thiessen's the
MI6's
best player in
best player is
MI6.
Monster. Like, it's
I
because when I
mean-
played against them, like when we scrimmed against them last, I thought Monster was like the biggest problem because you can easily like tilt Thiessen. But Monster was like a nuisance in the back line, and I didn't like it.
Monster
Monster.
on the back line.
He's a
Monster-
nuisance in many places, mostly the back line.
Yeah, I was gonna say Monster is like very, very good, but
I feed.
you
Yeah.
do like you're taking your lessons for comp and applying them to the team play, and you need to find a balance.
It's hard.
I know.
Like,
I know.
like is
But
it? Is it?
I think if you ever actualize that, you're gonna be like literally one of the best main supports in the league. Qwert's a good example if you want to see how to play both
Need
sides.
the negative
that?
45.
Yeah, so I think GZG easily wins. Now
Interesting.
Just put it to
here's the
0.
question: who does Mom Mentality pick?
Yeah, who do
I think it depends
Obligation, so we can meet each other in the finals.
Whoever Red says.
That's how it's
Yeah,
I mean, it
pretty
is
much.
true. I
Everyone says-
I do hold the power.
But I think it depends on how they play though, because if
I agree.
That's true.
GZG like even if it's a 3-0 and GZG looks at
Yeah.
all shaky to MI6, I would say GZG has a high chance to
we
beat it.
need
In my
to meet in the finals.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
The
this:
only
if GZG
acceptable
drops a
outcome.
single map to MI6, we're picking GZG.
In my opinion, I think like we kind of just beat GZG. Obligation could have done some wacky shit and
Yeah.
got a lot
It is-
better.
You don't want
it-
to start talking about wacky shit with me around.
Bam.
He's
I have
not.
one word for
Do you want to
Bam.
start with me, sir?
Dude. Shin, you'll actually, whenever we do play KR, if we do play against each other, like when the comp is revealed,
Bam.
Proud.
Bam.
You'll be proud. You'll be
will
proud.
be proud because there is a
No.
I guarantee there's a
it's
Torb
a
in there
scary,
somewhere.
it's a
I
scary
guarantee.
lineup is the main
I
thing.
guarantee it's a Torb double shield. Torb Echo double shield. I guarantee it.
I
I
don't even
guarantee it.
remember what it is.
No
I just remember
shot
what
it's
I am.
anything
I
else.
have no clue.
No
what it is.
shot.
Smile?
It's definitely Rissa Sig Echo Torb with a fucking Brig Bap. That's
Someone
all
tell
it
me in
is.
Team
I
Fortress.
What
guarantee it.
happened?
That is
I
not
guarantee
innovative.
it.
It's boring.
I
It is very
guarantee
boring.
it.
That is
I
like,
don't care.
dude,
I
dude,
That
guarantee
is
it.
pretty
First off,
boring.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's like literally let's play double shield but badly because we went to double projectile. Like I would just run if I'm gonna run double shield, I'd probably run Torb Kree.
He's just sad because I solved his solving of
awesome.
King's
Thank you
Row.
for that.
No, no, that's not even the comp.
Dude,
You-
King's
you
Row
just
solved
wrong.
squared.
There's definitely a Torb somewhere in there.
There's no Torbjorns. That's all I'm
Or they're
saying.
doing
That's all I got.
AR. Or they're
No
doing
double
AR.
scorn, lame.
Fucking
Okay,
Warthog.
okay, okay. So we're gonna operate on the assumption though that we're picking obligation. I think we win it 3-1 against Obli. That's my
3-1.
opinion.
I think so as well.
The non-mob
agree.
players are the ones who need to really talk on this, like Monster and Shin. Because there's so many of the mob players.
I
Oh, it's
think.
mob. What else is
if-
there to say? They get dubs.
Oh, is this
Next question.
is this the mob game?
Yeah,
Mob
mob
versus
versus obligation.
Mhm.
What? What do you want? What?
I just
I'm
want to not be
confused.
obviously biased, okay? I need
No,
Stroke my
it's a
ego.
3-0. What?
it's 3 over 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
That's what I was originally.
I'm saying
I don't
saying
think they take a map.
it's what everybody thinks, and then 3-0s for the last 2 matches, or the 2 matches that are MMS.
So
Three-
DC
3-2.
versus GZG, this one we might all fight over. This one's gonna be hard.
Yeah, I was thinking this one.
I don't know. I really don't.
Okay. Isn't-
I think this game's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I am a skeptic that Rye can MTD against Tyler.
Yeah, but then DPS low.
Well, I don't think Matson's bad, and Repeat's crazy.
Matson's good. Repeat's good.
Like, and
I
this
really
puts ATZ against Clue, and Clue, like I don't know, Clue needs to show me a
I
lot.
no, I feel like if they put duality in it, it's gonna
Oh,
look better.
true.
Duality
that
is
true.
really, really good.
I
They need to
like
play
Duality-
duality more.
Duality. I don't like saying duality is good because he has Papega Brain, but his
think you just-
mechanics.
Yeah, I think if you put him on a hero he's comfortable on, it could actually be like
Duality gave me
I-
a hard time.
I just remember duality from Flux Cup on the wildest flanks.
Yeah.
Like the flanks that I'm just like, bro, if you were in any other league, you would get rolled, but my teammates are silvers.
Okay, dude.
That's not true. We weren't. I wasn't.
Okay, your game sense was silver.
My game sense was silver. That's a
Game
different
since
story.
still silver Kylist.
Nice.
Not
I
good.
saw the number.
No, it's
not,
Not,
it's
not.
an apprentice.
What'd you say?
I don't
Word?
know. I don't know what you guys are in apprentice. I don't know what you guys are doing down there. I didn't pay attention. I was busy being in last place in advanced, or whatever it was called.
Hell yeah.
Was it advanced? I think it was advanced.
What team did you play for? I forget.
It's
Grub.
expert.
Grubs? Okay.
So who's winning this game?
I mean, I got DC 3-1. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't know about it. I'm gonna be honest.
The look.
I like
The
disagree.
look.
It's fine. I tell you, that's my prediction. I'm sorry,
I think
Shin.
it's a 3-2,
I-
but I really don't
I-
know.
As much as I don't,
3-2 GZG maybe.
I agree DC wins.
I think it's 3-2 DC. I'm sorry. I think it's just player diff.
I just
Well, DC, I
Actually-
think DC wins.
think it depends on how DC like. I think DC has the better pieces overall. I just think it depends on like how GZG if they show up more than they used to. Like
This is funny.
Yeah, I agree.
like
with
if
that.
GZG.
Wait. I have a real question that is relevant.
What?
Do y'all have pineapple for this game? Yes or no?
No,
To be
I think
determined.
Pineapple won't be able to show up.
Wait, what did you say?
To
To
be
be
determined.
determined.
Yikes, bro!
Epic.
Yikes! I'm sorry, Shin, dude.
I think GZG could take it if they had Pineapple in. Without
Doesn't
Pineapple, I
seem
think
like it's
DC
gonna.
takes it 3-1 also.
Listen.
Without Pine
Pineapple.
DC.
Stop failing fucking school.
pass your classes, please. Your
I
team
mean,
needs it.
Yeah, y'all had a chance. That's all I'm saying.
I want my team captain back. That's all it is.
Yeah, no.
Without-
I mean,
without
I
Pine
think,
3-1 with Pine 3-2.
and this is not even say Clark is bad, but like for comms, I imagine
It's just
Pine's
it's a
pretty
big
It's just
invaluable.
team leaders. I'm the only like actual team leader at the point, and we like the only other IGL that we have right now is Rye, and then we have people that sometimes have conflict with him if they get angry.
Yikers.
Yep, I remember that happening.
Grr.
All right, big yikes. We're gonna move on then. I'm sorry. So it sounds like wait, how many of us? So it sounds like 6 of us for.
I'm saying 3-1 DC now.
I also say 3-1 DC unless Pine can show up.
That's
So
an interesting
one,
bracket, Qwertp.
I
Wait,
also
wait,
say
wait, wait.
3-1 DC.
Qwertp, what are you predicting?
Qwertp says MI6 beats GZ. We pick MI6 and beat them. Obligation beats
That is
Cap.
a hot.
Obligation beats
Dude,
double
dude,
Qwertp
Qwertp has obligation winning
This
and
has to be a
BBT
joke.
getting finals MVP.
Qwertp just like with the hot takes. All right, fine.
Dude,
MM
guys,
versus
it's
DC.
color diff. It's color diff.
It is
What do you
color
mean?
diff.
Color diff.
All right,
Pink
MM
is a
versus
better
DC.
color than brown.
So
3-1.
I'm leaving this 100% to the non-MM players. So it's
Isn't
just
this
Shin.
the 4?
It is to 4.
MMV
So
with
Shin,
DP.
MM versus DC,
four.
it's gonna be Shinsei and Monster making this one because we're all mob players.
Hang on, give me a second. I have to
4-1.
click it 300.
4-1 MM.
4-1, really?
Yeah. I
Hold
don't
on,
think.
give me
I
another
still think
minute.
it's just an outclass. Not much different than anything. I mean, obviously y'all lost to GZG, but I don't doubt that y'all fix that in the break, and you will fix it in the break. So
Hold on, give me a
it's
second.
4-1 at least
Hmm.
DC.
So, all right.
Maybe
yeah,
even
I'll let-
4-0.
I'll let Shin talk and then I'll give my perspective, but I'm not gonna submit it as a prediction because
Yeah,
I
I'm getting
wanna.
there.
I just also want to point out the Monster's take on how we lost the map to GZG. It's also because I was playing. Like, although I do think I'm a good player, it's
Hey,
just
do you want
that,
to know
like,
how many players we were
Red
missing
would've
for
been
that
able to, like,
game?
change our tempo and probably could have thrown them off.
I don't know how many players we were missing for that game and how scuffed of a warm up we had.
He's still
Oh, we
going
had a
with
score for warm
numbers.
up also, but we just kind of pushed through it, and because we only had that one day to play.
Oh no.
Because
Oh, we're
Jula
almost
wouldn't be able
there.
to make
Content
it.
left on them.
Haha, we
Content
made it.
what?
Maybe back up.
The warm up.
Yeah,
What's content? What do you expect?
True.
It is compact,
for them
yeah.
to be honorable. I don't know, something.
Content
was-
honorable. Don't
I
make
wasn't
me
having no good
laugh.
skills.
Proceed
lobby
to
kept
look at the
crashing.
screen. This is my opinion.
Our warm up was against obligation, so
Yeah, but we didn't get to finish a map because the lobby crashed every 2 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah, and then the game went
I
perfectly
assume you
fine.
guys- I assume you guys
Gross
are
stuff.
giving the thing a 4-1 by Shin's
I
predictions.
think you mean 4 to negative 420.
Wait, so Shin, like you're predicting 4-0 or 4-1?
4-0.
4-0. Okay, so I'm just gonna dispel that right now. I think DC
We're not
is gonna
good.
be.
Things from you if you make it to the finals and it's not against us. If it's anything besides a 4-0, I will not be happy with you.
Well, then prepare to be very disappointed because
Can we just?
if there is any team in the div I'm afraid of right now,
In the div.
it is
Block
DC.
in the hood.
It is DC. They have the most consistent DPS besides us. They have the best tank line besides us and Rye. I mean, let me rephrase it. The most consistent tank line. There we go. That's how I'll say it. Besides us, they have also on top of this supports that will not throw the game, and their macro is good.
I will throw
They
game.
have like a team captain that's like there as well.
That helps.
Can I pose a theoretical?
What's the theoretical?
What if MI6 and Cap both win their games?
Oh,
So
yeah,
let's
who
not
do you
talk
choose?
about that.
Well, no, but then that becomes our question. Like, Red, who would you choose in that situation?
What?
Cap and
If
MI6.
MI6
Cap
and
and
Cap
MI6
both
won.
win their
Cap.
team?
Any day of the week, Cap. Any day.
Versus MI6? If MI6 wins?
No, who do you think would
He's
pick
like-
if
he
Cap
doesn't
and
know, he
MI6
hasn't been
won
paying
their
attention.
I
game?
still think MI6 is a mess. I think they're a bigger mess than capitalism is.
So would you, if they both won their game, would you pick MI6?
Probably.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I would have to watch the gameplay to confirm that. Again,
Yeah,
like
'cause
this is
if
all
they both
provisional.
win, shit went down.
when you
and
solve KR
Red Knight, the
Pepe hands.
like and Red Knight the analyst comes out, and I have to watch all the games. I have to make notes. I have to make like decisions based on matchups. Like it'll be a whole thing. But my actual opinion on it is that like DC is legit a thing. It's legit a threat. They have good players. They have good macro now. Fimi is no longer throwing because he got Navino there to help him not throw. Because Fimi's takes are just something else. But the rest of his team is very smart. So I fully expect DC to be locked and loaded for the playoffs. So I have us winning, but I have us winning like 4-2.
I would
I
say
don't
4-1, 4-2.
I would say 4-1. And I think a lot of the maps would be close
I'm
though.
fairly
Like,
confident. we're gonna
I'm
be
almost
4-1.
thinking like a Geometric versus Wisdom Academy type finals. You know, where like they should have won maps, but they then threw it away.
Maybe.
Because I feel like that's gonna haunt Navino is the main thing. If he
Oh
gets the finals.
Lord, if he gets the finals, I mean, dude, I'll be real. I'm gunning for DC Mob Mentality Finals or GZG Mob Mentality Finals, either one.
Yeah, I'm
And
really
it's
confident.
very very simple for me. I'm either beating my brother or I'm beating the guy I had to sit on the bench behind.
He's got a
Until
firepower
Red
either
Knight
way.
can't show up for the finals, and then
You
I
could beat
play
both of
anyways.
them.
Yeah, I could be, but actually, facts. I should just pick GZG in the semis and just like,
Roll them both.
yeah, get both the notches in the belt, right?
And then fucking Red Knight doesn't make it to a game.
Bro, shut the
Sad.
fuck up. No. We can't talk this way. We can't talk this way.
We pick GCG, he finds out the next day he can't come.
So-
GCG again.
No, but I think the final bracket we're gonna show everybody is the one we did with Mob winning 4-1.
I think you mean 4 to negative 420.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to make that, yeah, if you want to make that the one, I mean, I don't care. But I just want to say it. I think that like anyone saying that DC is not a threat to win the whole thing did not watch the games.
I agree.
DC is our equal,
didn't.
not okay. DC is on level with the Mob easily.
Monster, nice gamer shirt.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So now I have one more fun thing for us to do.
Yay! I like fun.
When are you fun
Yay.
though? I'm just kidding. I love you,
More
right?
games.
You're always fun.
So
Hypers.
so we're recording on Saturday night at like 11:21 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And tomorrow, or I guess
Yeah.
depending on if people are awake, maybe in 40 minutes, maybe not though.
40
Sometime
minutes.
on Sunday, they are going to be releasing the nominations for Roll Star.
Ooh.
So
Cool.
I wanted to do an Exodus After Dark Roll Star, where we all argue and pick our one Roll Star for each roll. However, there's a rule, a caveat.
Mob not included.
Mob not
Baby
included
T.
because we are
Can't we just like say
There's
who we think
5 of
actually
us.
has the
No.
chance of taking it?
no,
Baby
no
teeth.
maybes.
Because,
I don't
like,
want any. I do not want any bias in these takes,
I just
or
wanna
as
be,
little
like-
bias as we can have.
Well, I was
Oh,
saying,
you
I'm
know
not
me.
biased.
I'm gonna make it non-biased, but I want to actually choose the people that are probably going to win it. Is the main thing.
Oh, I mean, okay. Well, okay. So
when
like,
we're talking about MVP, I think Phone's going to win it.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of what I think.
Yeah.
Like,
You have a
no,
fair
it's
point.
true.
I
It's
don't
true.
exactly have bias.
Uh,
I traded my best
or
friend
it's
over.
like either Phone or Rye Guy are the
That's
two
true.
options there.
Shin has
'Cause,
no
like Rye
bias.
Guy
so
hard carries DZG.
No,
Dude,
I'm
my
I'm
brain
kind of
broke.
kind of annoyed there can't be multiple from the same team nominated
Yeah.
for
Really?
MVP. Because I think it's silly. It doesn't
I'd
really make
rather
sense.
I got
rather
confused.
get-
I thought when Silence said Rye Guy, I thought TIE Fighter. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Rye Guy is not TIE Fighter.
I was like, what are you on?
All right,
And then I'm like,
all right.
oh.
So talking, let's talk about our.
I hate dark
so
chocolate.
let's just start with
Dark
start with the
chocolate
main tank.
sucks.
Main tank roll star. I say it's Rye Guy.
I also don't.
Right, guy.
Oh, so Rye
Right.
Guy.
If it's
If it's not,
If it's main tank roll star and it can't be me,
The
and
only
it
other
can't be
person
Ty.
Oh,
that
if-
could take
are
it,
we
the only
voting what everybody else is voting?
Or the only
We are picking the Exodus After Dark roll
oh
stars.
yes, so all of us are conclusive.
So we are arguing about who should represent the group, like as in we submit these people as our roll stars.
I think
Now
only
the
other person that
rule is we can't pick mob players.
I'm I'm saying maybe Tyler. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was also.
I was
thinking
about to
Yeah.
say
Really?
between Tyler
think
and
Tyler
Rye.
over
Why would it be
Rye? I
Tyler?
mean,
Is-
why would
is
it be
the
Tyler
two
over Rye?
people
Because
that-
Rye, not over Rye. I'm sorry, not over Rye.
Yeah, well,
I
I
did-
was gonna say our two options are Tyler and Rye. There's no other people.
Tyler's a
I
good.
say
I mean,
Rye
Tyler's
over
a decent
Tyler.
contender, but I mean, I guess.
I
Yeah.
also say
wins.
Rye over Tyler, but like I think
Well-
Tyler actually
No,
has a
Tyler's
like if we're
definitely
talking.
up there.
I think if we're talking just about like who's going to take it, I think Tyler has a very high chance of taking it because he's loved by the advanced people.
That's true.
Fine. Which is
I
something
have
I'm
a
gonna
whole
talk about
spiel to
throughout.
go on about that.
Yeah, and Kilroy can chill because he should not be the one giving the spiel because he'll get too mad.
He'll tilt himself.
He'll tilt himself off the
It's
planet.
the fucking
Yeah, I
public
think Tyler has a
work
chance to win it, but in terms of what should be the role star, I think it's Rye.
Yeah.
And the real thing it boils down to for me,
Popularity.
no. I'm
That's
talking
what
about
they all
why
say.
we should be picking Rye over Tyler because I think Tyler's an insanely good main tank.
I agree that Tyler's good. I just think Rye's had a bigger impact on his team than Tyler has.
Exactly, that's exactly where he's going. Rye guy for GZG is much more important than Tyler is for DC.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't think there's another person that could take over Rye's
Not even
impact.
Oh, no. I actually disagree with that. I think if Tyler was on GZG, I think it would be a similar story,
I-
actually.
I'm
don't-
thinking
No,
of
no,
their
no, no,
current-
'cause Tyler-
I was gonna say I'm thinking about like their current roster, kind of.
Well, oh, sure.
Yeah.
But, like,
Because
I'm just saying...
trading people or whatever.
No, but I'm saying, let's say in a different universe, early in the season, Rye had gone to DC and Tyler had gone to GZG. I think that the season plays out almost the same way,
Yeah, Tyler
probably.
would have been their
Don't-
leader.
And Tyler would have been probably one of their bigger carries.
Hmm.
I'm just not positive about that, especially because I think if I were to like choose, even if like I think if I were to put Rye Guy and Tyler into the same type of situation, I would still choose Rye Guy over Tyler.
I mean, it's fine. I
I
mean,
don't
we
think
agree,
we're
though, because, like, we agree that Rye should get it because the impact he's on in GZG is, like, just so much heavier than what Tyler's had on DC. And this is the same argument people are going to use against me because I had to miss 2 games.
Okay.
So.
Can we?
I still,
really-
but like the biggest argument they're saying is like, oh yeah, we still won those 2 games, but if you like look at it, we spent like a full like week and a half trying to get me used to the team, and that's the only reason why we 3-1, and then like it's just because GZG didn't have like their
Okay.
full roster.
Can we?
Kyler
can we-
wants to speak.
Yes. Can we do main support really quick for Qwertp because they have to go do
Sure.
homework. That's due in half an hour.
Hour and a half Central Time.
Oh, you're central?
Unluck.
Okay.
Main support that's
Unluck.
not Court is
Fuck
probably
Central
Baby
Time.
T.
Baby
Yeah.
Yeah,
Baby
Baby T. I don't think that's a very large discussion. It's just Baby
Not
T.
really. I mean, because Baby T's has been the most consistent main support, and they've done it on a bad team, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Multiple heroes is also impressive. They're not like a Lucio one trick or a Mercy one trick. They actually play both at a pretty decent level, and I think their Brig is also serviceable from what I've heard and seen. So yeah, I have no issues. Baby T is definitely easy clap roll star.
Baby
So
T.
So if Rye Guy and Baby T.
Okay. You can.
So
I
let's
also like
go
Baby
back to
T as a
all-
person.
Thank you for.
Yeah,
coming.
Baby T's a chill dude.
Mhm.
Off tank.
Who? Okay, I'm gonna give who is going like outside of him. I'm gonna tell you the person that's gonna win it is Greek God.
I agree that Greek's probably gonna get it.
Probably.
I don't
Probably.
know
Well, no. Who do we want though?
who I
'Cause
want.
I would contend, especially now that Navino's played enough games.
Oh, guess where
Navino's
this
impact
is
is pretty
I
like,
would.
undeniably
who I
high.
want to win would be like Navino, but who I think is gonna win is Greek God X.
I know. The point of this is about Exodus After Dark's picks. It's not about like if we're predicting who will get picked.
I wouldn't be mad if we picked Nev, but I think my pick would still be for Greek.
Greek God.
Yeah. He's been on
My
the team
vote's for
the
Nev.
entire season, helping the team.
I
the
got
whole
two
time.
I don't.
for
I think Nev has had a greater impact though. If we're
No.
going off of impact, I would say Nev.
Yeah, we can say Nev. I'm okay with that. I'm personally not gonna be able. to
No,
vote
you
for
you
him.
say your vote. Like it's just a vote thing. So
Yeah,
like
my
vote
own
now.
my own personal.
Or
pick's
sorry, vote
definitely gonna be
GG.
Greek.
So wait, so I have 3 right now for Nev. It sounds like
4.
counting me, Kilroy, and Monster.
I think Silence said so too.
Yeah, I said Nev.
Okay.
Shin?
Shin, do you say GG?
If we're going off of impact on the team, probably Nev, because they're literally reformed off of Nev.
True. I yeah, like I think that's like the big thing against Greek God is like just the impact is higher. I think Greek God would and now it's just Greek God versus Jula for the actual vote later. So it'll be interesting to see who wins because Greek God also is one of those players who's going to get a boost from advanced and expert. So
Mhm.
very good chance Greek God gets recognized for his contributions. I think honestly Nevin's the most likely one to get shafted because odds are Jula gets recognized too.
Shaft.
And I think if Nev actually started off on DC, they would.
Oh, it wouldn't be a debate. He'd probably be.
Nev would probably get it, but it's just because he showed up late.
Yeah. So, but we say Nev for Exodus After Dark
The
spec, right?
official EAD
Yeah.
is Nev.
All right.
Man,
Hit scan DPS.
I almost said
I have
main
to pick.
DPS.
I have to pick Squirrel Ben.
I guess the biggest problem is I
Is he
don't
hit
think
scan?
he's a hit scan, but
He is. He signed up as a hit
I
scan.
know he's signed up as hit scan. It's just
and
I
he's
don't
played
count
and he's
him as
played
hit
plenty of Ash.
But I don't
Like
think
it's
he's, like,
fine.
Yeah, but
counted as a
it goes
hit scan.
Reaper, then Hanzo, then Ash. So I would count him
This
more
is
as
a
flex.
whole controversy.
I would count him more as a
So-
flex,
on, like,
so-
all the
In a
lists
what or-
being put out and stuff, I'm
But
like
he's gonna be
99%
counted as
sure
hit
he's counted
scan.
as projectile.
He's gonna be counted as hit scan,
He
so I
is.
would also say Squirrel.
Okay.
So here's
Probably
my whole
Squirrel.
thing. My whole answer to this controversy is Overwatch, especially for like consumer leagues, especially in the modern era where hit scan are just so powerful. And you have your hit scans play flex and flex play hit scan and all that jazz. You gotta get away from these arbitrary differences. Like we just gotta say they're DPS players. Who the fuck cares if they play one that, shoots a projectile versus shoots a hit scan? It's dumb.
Well, then at that point, shouldn't we just choose 4 DPS players instead of
That's
just...
my argument, and so in this case we pick 2. But I don't know if we want to make the precedent there, because then if we're picking 2 DPS players, actually kind of solves problems, right?
Yeah, I think that would solve all the problems if we just choose 2 DPS.
So do you guys want to vote on 2,
Yeah, we
2
can do that.
DPS?
Two
So I think
DPS
Squirrel
period.
Bend. So
Squirrel-
first off, we
Squirrel
think
Bend,
Squirrel Bend is one of them, correct? Yes.
Yes.
I
don't
got
think
2 yeses, 3 yeses. Do the other 3 say yes? I got
Yes.
one.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's 6-0 for Squirrel Ben.
Six-
Now, the hard thing is, if it's not phone, what's the other DPS player?
Let me
Oh,
look at who there is.
fuck, yeah, there's not a lot of DPS players that
Well, at
stood
least
out.
not that have stood out to me. Yeah.
Like,
let me take a look. See.
If T-Sen actually showed up more, I would say T-Sen because he was
Don't
actually
look at me
I-
like that.
part.
I have a hard time picking decent for the same reason you just described.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, he just
I wonder-
disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wonder
he
if
just-
dividing.
and he tilts a lot is the other
dividing the
problem.
not-
I'd make an argument for Gamester.
I would also make an argument for Gamester.
Gamester has been doing very good.
There's also
Very proud of
Matson.
him.
Games.
though-
It's like Gamester, It's like Gamester and Matson, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
would be
Yes.
my
Yeah.
argument.
Or repeat. Wait, how many
Yeah, I
games
was gonna
has
say
Repeat played?
repeat.
Repeat would be
Repeat
my
Repeat
is the
actually.
amount
Well,
that-
no. Actually, real talk. Repeat probably is up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of harder. Now I know how we're all memeing and being like, "Yeah, I don't know who there haven't been that many DPS," and now I'm like, "Oh wait, shit."
I think I want to vote Gamester.
I got 1 for Gamester. Anyone else?
Man clutched up when he needed to, and it's continued to play
I'll go
pretty good
Gamester.
since then.
I got 2 for Gamester.
It-
I'm saying
does it-
repeat.
I'm also saying repeat.
Does it matter the
I say
order in which
Gamester.
I? Wait, never mind. We picked Scrollman.
Yeah.
So
So we're either
you can pick.
I'm
tying or-
between.
Yeah.
Either tie it or we get Gamester.
I mean, if we tie it, we'll just put 2 names down and say tie. It's fine.
yeah.
So
Fuck it, I'll go
eh,
Gamester then, I guess.
Okay.
Oh,
so it's
Gamester. So Gamester wins it. That's
Gamester
fine.
wins, yeah.
I actually think once you and by the way, you notice the moment we do that, how much harder it is to pick DPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this just gets back to my thing. Flex DPS does not exist. It's not a role. Just play DPS forehead.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Who thought of yes, hit scan DPS, and then literally every DPS plus hit scan DPS is flex DPS. It's kind of dumb.
No, exactly. It's very, very frustrating. All right. So now all that is left
Flex
is the good old
support.
flex support role.
That's true.
So I actually think this role is a mess.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
This role is a hot.
I think it would be
garbage
easy if we were
Really?
counting MM because then there's True, and I think
This
he's
is true.
probably the only
True's probably getting it.
consistent.
True doesn't
I
get
think
a lot, right?
True
True's
is
very
gonna win
consistent.
it,
Fork and
but
fortune, I'm gonna-
We can't pick True. Oh.
Yeah, we can't pick True.
so I'm looking at the rest of the players.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So here's what's funny. I think no meme. The two people we have to
There
really
is no
think
meme.
about
Check up your.
is Slick.
Yeah, I was gonna say Slick and Basket.
How?
Kenobi?
No, I actually wasn't gonna say. I wasn't gonna say. No, not Kenobi. Kenobi's main support.
Oh no, it's someone else. It's the other person. There's one
Monarch. Oh well, Monarch hasn't played enough, so it would have been Grim, but Grim is trash. Correction, Grim is not trash. Grim tilts, and Grim
Yeah.
also just like uninspiring. Let's put it that way.
Uninspiring. I think.
Not to say that they can't get better. Just I've not been.
I'm gonna give my
feeling
cat boy
it.
another vote and say Slick.
I don't know enough about the. I'm
Well-
gonna abstain from voting on this one because I don't know them enough.
Wasn't Slick rumored to be like, oh, epic addition to Cap made them a lot better?
No.
No,
he
yeah,
100%
Slick was
He
like so.
100%
Slick was forced to start because we yoinked Kylist,
Mhm.
and it turned out that was a big upgrade for them at the time.
Yeah, that was super good for them. No, like I'm convinced he would have started over me in a week. Like I would have been bonk bench jailed again, which I'm fine with because Slick's awesome. Slick's a really good player.
So, if I'm real, it's like, yeah. If I'm real, like I feel like it's
No, you're
either
fake.
Slick or Ian, and I hate saying it's Ian.
I just.
If we can't pick True, obviously.
I think it's Slickerian. Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with this too.
So,
but
My
Slick.
vote's for Slick.
I got 2 for
I
Slick.
would definitely say
My
Slick.
vote's also for Slick at that point.
All right, Slick. Slick gets it.
Slick
Man,
is the
2
winner.
capitalism players popping off.
That makes me
Yeah.
happy. That makes me
You love
happy.
to see it. You love to see it. You
Who's
love
the
to
other
see it.
Cap player?
Gamester.
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 Yeah. I mean, they're a big part of the reason they probably are still winning, even though that they're like.
That's facts.
getting-
Gamster's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I
was
said this.
surprised
I
that
said this
Gamester
the
didn't get
night they beat
drafted.
us. Gamester did tons.
Yes, he did.
I still like.
That's
They would
fact.
just be doing so. Like, if they didn't get rid of Rockcraft, they would probably be like a very tough.
That's
team to beat.
true.
I went to the
Dude.
alumni chat straight after we lost, and they said you guys played awesome. Good shit.
So cool. Just to review, our role stars for Exodus After Dark is Ryguy, Navino, Gamester,
Squirrel Ben.
Squirrel Ben. Sorry, I was looking for it because I remembered we did like from the whole pool of DPS, so they were in the same category. Slick and Baby T. Pog.
Yes.
All right, cool. So that's Exodus After Dark. We've done our predictions. We've done all the things. I have no idea if we're gonna do a post-playoff show. I would doubt it. It's possible.
Yeah, we may review the whole season.
Talk
if we
about
feel
it.
Like it. See how we're feeling.
But
I'd be
I'm
down.
gonna announce something that Kylus is gonna anxiety the fact I'm announcing already. But
Oh, wait, already?
already I'm gonna announce it here. I don't care because
Okay,
like we
we're
already have permission from Red
This is
Panda,
true.
right?
We do.
We have the permission. Exodus is gonna be playing in Flex Cup next
Flux.
season for Flex or Flux. Is
Flux.
I always
With
Flux. So Flux Cup
Not with
next
a D.
season with a new manager in Kylus that we have to get. You know, this is all pending legal approval, obviously.
We haven't been approved yet, but this is what we're trying for.
This is the attempt we're going to make. We're going to run it back with Exodus with a whole new staff made up of alumni from the team.
Mhm.
I'll be taking on the head coaching role. Monster will be coming on as a scout and main support coach. Shinsei has no idea if he's involved yet. Probably not, based on what I'm hearing. Kilroy from Mob Mentality will be joining us as a DPS coach.
Eyes?
Eyes indeed.
The gold player. by the
Kilroy,
way.
Yes.
more like Kilmoy.
Yep, and we're pretty excited about it, and
Very
I look forward to Exodus
Pretty
After
good.
Dark,
Mhm.
shifting from being an analysis show where we talk about the whole league to being us more talking about the week struggles, kind of treating it like a press conference for how we're doing week to week.
With no
So
leak
that's
style.
That'll
I'm
be
excited.
litty. Pretty.
Yeah, and that will hopefully also make the show format a little cleaner, and then we'll roll in. And I actually have aspirations. If things go well and we like how things go out, I'm planning to make an application for us to be a brand in League Zero.
eyes? Okay, I'm down.
But this is all depending on how everything
Yeah,
rolls,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like if we're all stressed out and we don't have enough time, like I don't want to do that.
Of course not.
But this is something that I think a lot of us wanted to do. Exodus was a fantastic group
Awesome.
from the
Love
first
you.
time I was with them. There were some structural problems that just it happens, right?
Yeah.
People are overworked, they have lives.
So-
Yeah.
Things.
That
What's
we
the
are
life?
striving to do. We are not looking to be the team that gets only wins against the other dumpster fire team. Because that was kind of our lot in life that season. So we're looking to be a much more effective brand in that scene. So I'm very excited to announce that. So
Let me smurf in that one.
oh my
Red.
everyone wants to smurf in my damn team. All right, anyway.
Your team.
I mean, I'm the head coach. Leave me alone.
Who's the manager?
Oh, he kind of elected you as manager.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna
know.
lie.
Well, that was his decision.
You went on like a 15-minute rant about how
Anxiety
you
thing,
have
yeah.
no clue.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
help. I'll help.
I've
It
got
won't
people
be
just
bad.
helping me, so I'll be fine.
Let me help you guys scout. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Oh, will you? Okay. Yes. Sick.
All the
Announcing
scout help I
silent.
can get.
Announcing Silentsword as a scout, and me and him will.
Okay.
We're once we're a little close to the season and the applications and everything are approved, we're gonna have more announcements. Actually, we're gonna have a meeting about that as soon as we're done recording. So that's
August.
cool.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Alright,
Shush. Thank you all for watching.
Uh,
Bye
thanks.
bye.
Thank you, poopy heads.
I hate you.